If you like to make your life easier, then you need to hear these 11 life hacks coming from the life hack woman herself. This is my mom.
Hello.
She is the queen of homemaking, queen of being a mother. She has 6 children. She knows everything about everything, pretty much.
Okay, well, I don't know about any of that, but I have learned a lot over the years.
And you're about to learn a lot from her too. By the way, her name is Lori Epperson.
Hi.
Check her out on her profiles. I will link them down below. Whenever she comes, I always learn all of these new tips about how to take care of your home, how to prep your food, how to take care of your children. And I figured it was time to pass on that wisdom to you. Mom, take it away.
Okay. Our first tip is if you buy too much at the grocery store of certain vegetables like green onions, you can slice them into small pieces, put them in a mason jar, and store them in your freezer until you're ready to use them. So what I'll do is I'll just cut them with scissors into a mason jar. And then when you go to use them, they're actually very easy to get out. You just kind of poke them with a fork a little bit, and it's not like it's one solid piece of green onion. It's very easy. They just kind of break apart and you can pour in as many as you need.
Hey, the next hack is going to be batching your protein for the week, especially if you're short on time or if you have a big family. Meal prepping things like chicken, pulled pork, beef, anything like that, and just having a big bowl of it in the fridge ready to go is such a lifesaver.
So at our house, we are a family of 4 at this point. I'll make maybe, I would say a batch of chicken every 5 days and pulled pork maybe once a week. It makes dinner time and lunchtime so much easier. We'll use it on salads, quesadillas, tacos, sandwiches, grilled sandwiches. You can use it in recipes that you've got planned.
Also, along with this, if you don't have time to cook chicken, just head over to Costco or any of your local grocery stores and grab a rotisserie chicken. And that's really great to just meal prep for any upcoming meals that you have in the next week.
Next, have you ever used your slow cooker and your family's like, what is that smell? There's a lot of things that smell really good in the slow cooker when they cook, but there's some things like the pulled pork that we spoke about earlier. My family does not love the smell of it. And when I cook it for like 12 plus hours. So it's a pretty strong smell. So what I've learned is that if you cook it in your garage, it solves the problem. Usually I cook it overnight in the garage. Sometimes when we wake up in the morning, we can vaguely smell it in the house, but nothing compared to if we had it in the house all night. That has really been a good tip for our family.
So save your house, cook your food in the garage.
Yes.
Okay, the next hack is DIYing smoothie packs. So this is something I've done for a few years. I know that there's grocery stores where you can buy smoothie packs, but you don't get to decide what's in them, and usually they're pretty expensive per smoothie. So what I do, I just head over to Costco. I buy all of the berries that I want to be putting into my smoothies. I buy bananas. I also include usually spinach or some sort of greens as well. And then I'll just divvy them up into different packs, and I put those packs in the freezer. So I just use normal Ziploc bags. And then when you go to make them, you can just add in some water or milk or whatever liquid you want. Usually I add in some protein powder, chia seeds, whatever else floats your boat. I have run the numbers based on the berries that I get, the bananas, the protein, everything that I put into it. Usually comes out to be less than $1.50 per smoothie, and it's a really good size smoothie, like double what you would get from a little smoothie pack that you get from the grocery store. So that is a good hack. It takes a little bit more effort, but it's definitely worth it in the long run.
The next hack kind of goes back to our first hack when you've got extra food that you're not going to be using. This time I'm thinking of liquids. Chicken broth, whipping cream, half and half. What else? Can you think of anything else?
Pretty much any liquid that goes into your fridge.
Some of those things that you'll buy that you don't end up using the entire container in one recipe that you use. You can pour the extras into ice trays, freeze them, pop them out into a Ziploc bag, and use them for future recipes.
As you're saying this, it is making me think. We don't really drink milk in our house, but recipes that call for milk, I hate to go buy milk because I'll only use like half a cup of it and then the rest goes in the trash. That's a really good idea to just buy a small thing of milk, freeze some little cubes, and then when I have recipes that need that milk, I can use that.
That is a really good idea. And that makes me actually think you could do this with so many things that are going to be expiring or that are like fruits or vegetables that are going to go bad. Like I'll do the same thing with like green, yellow, or red peppers. If they look like they're going to be going soft, just slice them up into pieces, throw them in a Ziploc, and put them in the freezer, and you can use them for any recipes.
So life hack, use your freezer.
Use your freezer.
Okay, so that's it for all of the food hacks. The next few hacks that we have are tailored more towards taking care of your home and your kids as well. If you've watched some of my other videos, I'm going through an experience where I'm updating my wardrobe, and this hack goes perfectly with that project. So what I recommend you do is go into your closet, turn all of your hangers backwards, and then when you wear something, you're gonna put it back onto the hanger facing the right way. So in 6 months or a year or whatever time frame you want to put on it, whatever clothes are still hanging backwards in your closet, you know that those are probably some good options that you can donate, give away. Those are options that you are not wearing anymore. So that's a good hack. If you are trying to also clean out your closet, try that method and see if that helps.
That's a great hack.
That's you guys.
The next thing we're going to talk about is Dawn dish soap. I'm sure you might use it on your dishes, but it has so many more uses. This is one that I actually learned from my mom. She always used Dawn dish soap to get stains out. So that's what I've always used on clothing to get stains out. And I would say it works on like 99% of stains. As long as it hasn't gone through the dryer.
Yeah.
Then you've got a problem. But
then you're SOL.
Yeah. But if it's a fresh stain, just take the clothing off, put a little bit of cold water on it, put a little bit of Dawn on it, scrub it together, get a sponge or something, scrub it if you need to. It generally comes out.
Something that I like to do with my Dawn dish soap is I just squirt a little bit on a white towel and I toss it in with my whites, and it seems like that helps to brighten the clothes and just keep it more clean. For oil, I feel like I've heard that you can use that on oil stains. Like
honestly, the commercials, haven't you seen the commercial for Dawn?
No.
They use it on when the oil spills in the ocean. For oil spills, they'll use it to get the oil off of the ducks.
Oh, interesting.
That's their spill.
So that's it for this hack. Use your Dawn dish soap for more than just dishes. Okay, this next hack is to utilize the library. Obviously, they have books that you can rent, but you can also find games, movies, TV shows. But if you do have kids specifically, all libraries offer events and activities that are free to attend, and they have different events and activities for different age ranges. You can usually just go to your county library website and find all of those activities, and they oftentimes rotate through libraries. So just find one that's near you, and you have free activities for days with your kids.
I know at our local library, they had an activity where they were having a pizza tasting night for teenagers. So they brought in like pizza from different shops, and the kids were rating which pizza they thought was best.
That's fun.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But also on that, they usually, at least at our libraries, they have things for moms. I know at ours, they offer yoga. I think they offer like a sewing kind. You can go in there and meet people that have similar interests to you. Our library has puzzles that you can check out. They have musical instruments that you can check out. They have cake pans, like let's say you want a cake pan of Dora the Explorer or SpongeBob. They'll have like a few, not a lot, but they have like a few specialty cake pans.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm sure every library is different, but our library also offers passes that you can check out. So for some of the local museums or the national parks in our area, you can reserve a pass. Or it varies. Some of it's for 2 people, some of it's for 4 people.
Yeah.
You can reserve a pass and get in for free.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
See, she just like a big book of wisdom? I've learned so much from her.
Mama of 6.
Yes.
I gotta find all the hacks.
She knows all.
This next hack is really good for the time that we live in. We're so used to using our phones or Alexa to set timers. And this is a good hack for helping it so that you can get your kids to do things without feeling like you're asking them all the time. And then you're asking them again the same thing. And then you feel like you're starting to nag and they're getting ornery and you're getting ornery. Set a timer for them instead of asking them again. So you can say like, it's going to be bedtime in 10 minutes. And then you set a timer. And then when the timer goes off, everyone knows it's bedtime. Instead of you going back and saying, hey, it's been 10 minutes. It's bedtime now. The timer indicates that it's bedtime.
That's a great hack. I will definitely be using that when my baby's old enough to say no.
You can use it for so many things like bedtime, homework time, set it up where you're cleaning for 10 minutes.
Maybe try it for your husband too. See how it works.
Good idea.
Babe, it's time to take out the trash. Set a timer for 10 minutes. These next 2 are actually inspired by my sister-in-law. She has a 3-year-old these are things that she's been doing that's been working really well for her, and she passed on her wisdom to us. So
Yes.
thank you, Lainey. Okay, this next hack is doing a toy rotation with your kids. Honestly, as I'm saying that, this is also a good hack if you have pets. So with your dogs doing a toy rotation, that way it just always feels like there's new toys to play with. The novelty is always there. I believe what Lainey does is she probably switches it out every couple of weeks. So she probably has 2 or 3 different toy rotations that she has set up, and then she'll just take away all the toys one week and replace them with another bin of toys that her child is able to play with. I heard about that, thought it was a brilliant hack, and it's something that you can try too with your own kids or dogs.
Our next hack is also inspired by Lainey. She has, like Ashley said, a 3-year-old who, as many 3-year-olds are, is a very picky eater. So they've been trying to get him to try new foods. And what she's done is created a color rainbow chart that she puts on the fridge. And it's got each color listed, like brown, yellow, orange, red. And then when he eats a certain color of food, he gets to go color that off on the chart. It's actually really helped him.
And making it a rainbow makes it more fun.
Yeah.
This is just a good method to gamify your meal times.
That's true.
And also you can offer some sort of reward if they do complete the rainbow. And that just makes it more exciting for them to want to actually participate.
Games are always fun.
Yep, that's true, especially with kids.
Yeah.
Now we have a surprise hack that the Mother of Wisdom has just come up with, so I'm excited to hear what it is.
I'm sure I have 1,000 hacks, but when planning this video, I was like, wait, do I have any hacks? I'm sure I have 1,000 of them, but
Mom brain.
yeah, mom brain. One thing that I actually just recently started doing this is when I cook something that has a lot of grease in it, like probably
Sausage.
bacon for the most part. You know, you hate to dump that stuff down the drain because I'm always worried it's going to clog my drain. What I'll do is I'll get like a big mixing bowl and I'll put one of my saved grocery sacks inside it. So it's like looped over the mixing bowl. And then I'll pour the oil directly into that, and that the hot oil and that plastic grocery sack does not melt.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So you can
Smart.
just lift the sack out. I just tie it up and then I'll just put it in my garbage and take my garbage immediately out to the trash.
That's a good hack.
Yeah, that one has worked
Good
really well.
Yeah.
That one's been good.
Well, I think that's it for the hacks. We're probably going to have to film another one.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple months to
Okay. I'll
think
start
about all
I'll
your
start noticing
hacks.
them.
And next time you come and visit,
Yes.
we'll share our wisdom again. Thanks for tuning in, and I
Yay.
hope that you find some value and you're able to try all of these hacks yourself. See you in the next one.
Thanks, Ashley.
Yep. It's a humbling experience, isn't it?
It really is.
Oh, this was this in there the whole time?
Oh,
Her mic.
my mic was tucked.
Let's go check it.